guys, what's going on? Today I'm talking about how to create a wealthy mindset, ditching your poor mindset in 5 tips. Sit down, grab some popcorn, and let's get into it. Before we get started, go ahead and comment down below what you think makes a wealthy mindset versus a poor mindset. To talk about this topic means talking about a book that I'm currently reading. Now, earlier this year, I promised myself that I would read 50 books on personal finance and personal development. However, that proved to be very, very difficult because those books are really boring. It has taken me weeks to get through one of those books. However, this week I picked up a book that changed everything. Now, when I say everything, I really mean the ability to finish a book without renewing it time after time from the library. On the contrary, I actually want to buy this book, making it the first nonfiction book that I actually want to buy. I'm talking about Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. This book is huge. I'm not even a third of the way through it, and I am already obsessed with this book. Obsessed. There is so much valuable and interesting information in this book that I honestly think every single person should read this, especially if you clicked on this video and you're interested in learning about how to create a wealthy mindset. Now, ranting about how much I love this book is not the point of why I'm bringing it up. There's a quote in here that I think fits nicely with what I'm about to talk about in this video, and I want to read it to you if I can find the quote. If you have a 10-year plan of how to get somewhere, you should ask, why can't you do this in 6 months? For purposes of illustration here, I might reword that to, what might you do to accomplish your 10-year goals in the next 6 months if you had a gun against your head? Now, I just want you to ponder that quote. Just ponder what it means to you, your goals, and your life. And with that, let's talk about the 5 tips for how to ditch a poor mindset. Tip number 1 is to think of the long-term possibilities instead of being limited by a short-term mentality. Now, people with a wealthy mindset think of the long term. They put in the work now so that they don't have to put in the work later. Oftentimes, the projects that they work on, they choose not because they will yield short-term benefits, but because they can see that in the future, they will yield more benefits than the amount of time and resources that they put in now. Whereas if you have a poor mindset, you may be thinking about the here and now, and if your time and resources aren't yielding results now, you may think that it was a waste. Thinking ahead is incredibly important. It's the idea of putting a lot of effort and resources into something now so that you'll reap the benefits a few years from now. The second tip is to always seek out what you don't already know. People with a rich mindset know that they don't know everything and believe that they can learn something new from everyone. People with a poor mindset think that they know everything that there is to know and the world just isn't cooperating with them. About a year ago, I dabbled in acting, and one of the things that an acting coach told me was that you never want to be the best actor in a class that you are taking. Once you become the best actor in that class, it's time to move up to a more challenging class. And that's a concept that I've taken with me for everything that I do. What can I learn from this person? What are they teaching me? What is it about this situation, this scenario, this person, this environment that I can learn something new from? The third tip is to focus on things that you can control. People with a wealthy mindset give up that victim mentality and focus on the things that they can control in life. Take control of your life. People with a poor mindset, you'll often see them talking about how the world is against them and how they can't do anything, instead of being like, okay, this situation sucks. What am I going to do about it? What can I control about it? What can I change about it? A few years ago, right when I was graduating from college, I had this mentality that I just deserved right off the bat to earn a high salary, that I just deserved it, that I didn't have to put in a ton of effort in order to receive that. Yeah, I know, I was daydreaming. Now, of course, I no longer feel that way. I don't believe that anyone deserves anything, to an extent, right? And if I want something, then I am going to go out there, work my butt off, and get it myself. Not relying on the government, not relying on other people, relying on myself and my work ethic. Get out of your own way, which basically means minimize time-wasting activities like watching TV and scrolling through Facebook. I love doing all of that, but I am doing too much of it. And because I'm working 56 hours plus per week, I realize that time is limited and I need to be focusing on the things that will get me to my goals so that I can accomplish everything that I want instead of spending so much time watching movies and being on Facebook. Just last week, I spent an entire week documenting what I was doing with my time. Every single hour of every single day for 7 days is documented, letting me know exactly where my time is spent. And you know what I learned? Yeah, I'm spending way too much time on Netflix. Way too much time on Netflix. So it's time to limit that time. Set a designated Netflix time because I will never give up watching movies. But when it isn't that designated time, let's focus on something else. Focus on YouTube. Focus on how to reach my financial goals. Reading books that will help me get there. Things that will help me reach my goals in the long run. The fifth tip is don't let others sway you from your goals. No matter what, people with a wealthy mindset know their goals and they will work towards them no matter what other people say. You've set your goals for a reason. There's a reason why you want to accomplish what you've set out to accomplish. So when a naysayer says something to you, don't just drop everything and forget your goals. Keep at it, especially with the people in our own lives. When we first start doing something, they may not understand it and they may not be as supportive as we want them to be, but the more you work towards your goals and the more they see you making progress, the more supportive they'll be. Now, I know I said I only had 5 tips, but I've actually got a bonus tip. Leave the if I scratch your back, you scratch my back mentality behind. People with a wealthy mindset are excited to build genuine connections and genuine relationships with people, even if they can't see, again, an immediate return on making those connections. They're just excited to make connections for the sake of making connections. Whereas people with a poor mindset, you often hear them say that quote, if I scratch your back, you scratch mine. As in, if you don't do anything for them, then they're not going to do anything for you. And that's not how the world works. People react to genuine connections, to genuine relationship building. And people can tell if you're just trying to use them. So stop trying to use them. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit that like button and comment down below, what do you think makes a wealthy mindset versus a poor mindset? I make videos on budgeting, my debt payoff journey, and everything personal finance. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you want to see more content like that. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I will see you on Wednesday with another video. Bye!